Yeah, one more vid before I go to the doctor today. It is 11:16 a.m. It is April the 5th, 2017, and the culture of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in the culture of crazy, and I do mean crazy. I just wanted to kind of encourage all of you to bring back chemtrails, geoengineering, weather modification, HARP, DARPA, GMOs, keep up the pressure on GMOs, keep up the pressure on big pharma, keep up the pressure on forced vaccinations. We need to stop this madness of forced vaccinations started in California. Keep up the pressure on fracking. Keep up the pressure on the nuclear generators that are all over the United States and around the world. Um, we're living in a damned asylum here, as Glenn Sutphin just so eloquently put it. And it's 100 genders, ladies and gentlemen. We're dealing with 100 genders here. They're sexualizing our kids now in kindergarten. Uh, I thought it was a little older than that. Glenn was informing me the other night on the show that it started in kindergarten. They're teaching kids about dildos and masturbation and blowjobs and um, two mommies and two daddies and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm going to get in trouble no matter what for talking about this. You can't please all of the people all of the time, but we are definitely living in some crazy, crazy times. It's almost like the brains have just been discombobulated. Um, you know, and I don't know. I was talking to Mary, my best friend and producer, about this. Big Pharma is killing us. I showed you my bag of drugs the other day. I hope Glenn saw that. I picked up my bag of drugs. I took them all out individually, 15 of them, and showed them on camera. Who am I? Who am I? I don't know who the hell I am. I'm 15 drugs later. Uh, I don't know what I would be like off the drugs. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't been off the drugs in so long, the big pharma drugs. So, uh, you know, what is it? 4.5 out of 5 people are wanted by the police. They've got warrants out for their arrest. They're on probation. They're on parole. They're either just got out of jail or have been in jail. 4.5 out of 5 people are on some kind of pharmaceutical drug in the United States. Crazy culture. Crazy culture. You can have your dog transgendered now, sex changed for your dogs and cats. Veterinarians are advertising sex changes for your dogs and cats. Um, it's ridiculous. We have one of the largest prison populations in the world, and most people are in there for minor offenses. You have to go to the county jail. Got a couple of friends in jail now. They've been there forever waiting for trial. They've been in jail for a year waiting for trial. They haven't even been convicted. They haven't even been really arraigned, I guess. It's just, what's wrong with this system? What's wrong with this picture? That's why Glenn and I are on the air with our shows to try to make some sense out of all of this madness. Uh, but I was going to say, if everybody would get involved, if 75% of the people would get involved at the local level, we could make some changes in Washington. But the problem is we have about 1% of the people getting involved at the local level, and that's not going to change Washington one iota. You need to get involved on your local boards, Glenn Sutphin. Get involved on your local city and county boards. They have those seats open for consumers. Those seats are open, and you just need to go down there and show up, and that's it. You can eventually work your way up to a full-fledged board member and vice chair and chair or secretary or policy director or social media director. Get involved in your local boards, get involved in your local communities, and that this is the way we make changes. We don't make changes here on Facebook. I've told you that and told you that and told you that, and some of you just will not get it. We are not making any change here on Facebook. Nothing is changing on the other side. We're doing a lot of this over here on Facebook, and nothing is changing on the other side. Look at this. Nothing, nothing, nothing is changing. So what are we doing all this for? That's the question. Is it to amuse ourselves? Are we just bored to tears? We have nothing else to do. We have no life at all. Is that the reason we're doing all of this whenever this is just stationary? Okay, we live in a crazy culture. Yeah, Glenn, I piss everybody off too, but that's just the way it goes. I've been pissing people off for years. I wouldn't know what to do to have it any other way. But yeah, I'm going to the doctor today, and going to see my counselor, and we'll see how that goes. Let me hit a couple of like buttons here so Glenn will know that I'm watching him here. But I don't think Glenn saw the big bag of drugs. I don't think he saw the big bag of drugs. I'll show him again. I'm not going to get up now, but I'll show him again later on this evening or tomorrow. It's funny to look at him. It's really funny to look at him. 60 years old, here I am, taking 15 pharmaceuticals. Woohoo! Who the hell am I? I don't know who I am. Don't you love this background? It's nice. Yeah, I should have chroma key in here. Maybe the ocean or something with me surfing while I'm talking. So I'll see you guys and girls when I get back from the doctor. Let you know how that went. And until then, enjoy the crazy culture.